I'm Daniel. I'm 16 years old and I live in Howth and I'm autistic.
Hi, I'm Jackie.
Hi, I'm Gus and we are the parents of Danny and Alex. We live locally in Sutton.
Hi, I'm Laura and I'm mother to Toby, who will be 5 in December.
I love living in this area, but as an autistic person, there are some challenges here, like everywhere else.
Alex, our youngest, he's 23 years old and he's autistic. He doesn't speak,
But he is very good at communicating. He has his own ways of communication.
Toby was referred for assessment after a routine developmental checkup in June 2022. We recently received his diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder in October 2024. His assessment of needs states that Toby has the maximum of level 3 support needs, as he is currently non-verbal and struggles with social communication.
Like many other autistic people, I have sensory issues. I tend to avoid places where there are bright lights shining directly into my eyes, like in supermarkets and very bright cafes and restaurants. Lights shining directly into my eyes can cause me discomfort. Also, when there are lots of noises like air conditioning and other machines, loud music and a lot of clattering of plates as well as noisy groups of people, it can be really hard for me to focus, and it wears me out and drains my energy. I tend to wear ear defenders in noisy places and sunglasses when I'm in bright places.
Toby is a happy little boy and he attends Bracken Hill Nursery School in Howth. He was granted an extra ECCE year as he was not ready to start primary school in September of this year. We felt that this would give him a chance to mature before starting school next year.
Some people, when they see autistic children having a meltdown, think they're having a tantrum or being naughty because they're not getting what they want. A meltdown is completely different. It is a feeling of being attacked or exploding, so we need calm to feel safe again, not judgment, which makes it worse.
Toby does not enjoy mealtimes. He prefers plain foods like pancakes, pasta and wraps. He often spins during dinner times as an avoidance behaviour, which can make eating in restaurants difficult.
A while ago, we went to a really nice local restaurant as a family, but they didn't have any sensory hours, and it was really noisy. I'd forgotten to bring my ear defenders, so I ended up having to eat outside and our family got separated. So having sensory hours is really important for us. These are times when the bright lights are turned down, music is off or calm and soothing, machine noise is reduced to a minimum, and strong smells are removed.
Toby also loves reading, but not quietly. He stims when he is happy or excited, which takes the form of loud vocalizations and hand flapping. This means that trips to the library are difficult. It would be great to have an autism-friendly hours in the local library, as well as more autism-friendly activities.
Some people use fidget toys or stim to help them self-regulate when they are starting to feel stressed or overwhelmed. This helps them feel calmer and allows them to focus. Non-autistic people can often stare at people who are stimming and make them feel uncomfortable. So if the community understood this better, it would be very helpful. It would be great if places had sensory self-regulation kits containing sunglasses, ear defenders or earplugs, and a couple of fidget toys for their customers to use, and ideally, if they also had sensory hours. Many autistic people also have differences in the way they communicate. Executive functioning is how we process information that allows us to plan, execute, and complete tasks. We need more time to process information. This means that it can be difficult to make decisions quickly when we are faced with lots of options and information. Many autistic people don't engage in eye contact because it can hurt. But people sometimes think that is a sign that we are not interested in them or the conversation. Some people even think that we can't be trusted because we can't look them in the eye.
I invite you as well through awareness and training to be aware that there are other members of the community who are masking, and therefore it's not obvious that they have challenges, but they can definitely use with kindness and patience as well.
Some autistic people are non-speaking, or they prefer to use other forms of communication. That's why visuals are really important. So clubs, shops, restaurants, they could make a big difference if they use more visuals.
Toby loves playing in the newly developed local playground, which has a communication board, which he finds useful. More of these throughout the community and in the local school would really help people who struggle with communication.
Alex is obvious that he has challenges and that he's a bit different, he presents different, and people are very nice to him.
I'm sure most people think of autistic people as being very rigid and being slaves to routine, and actually a lot of us are. The reason for this is that routine makes things predictable and makes us feel in control. If things are predictable, we need less processing of new information, so we feel more secure. If an autistic person is going to do a course at a club or go to a restaurant or shop, it can be helpful if they have as much information as possible in advance.
He can struggle with transitions into new activities as he prefers strict routine. Toby loves cause and effect toys, and his special interest is Super Mario, which he enjoys playing as a video game. Toby is also brilliant at jigsaws, and he loves playing with his 3 sisters. Toby loves trampolining. His favourite park is Malahide Castle as it has a trampoline. It would be great to have one in Howth Playground too.
It's actually really easy for places to make social stories or visual guides to events or courses. All they have to do is think about the WH questions associated with the activity, like the where, when, what, who, why, what if, and then add loads of photos so that we know what to expect.
While he likes ball games, he struggles with understanding rules like turn taking and waiting in line. He's very particular and finds sharing challenging, but he's still a very kind boy. Dedicated sessions for neurodiverse people in all of the local clubs will go a long way towards inclusivity.
In clubs, it is really important that everyone knows the rules and they are implemented fairly. Autistic people generally like rules because they provide a guide to what is expected, and this is something that isn't always intuitive to us.
So Alex hasn't had a service for some time, which means that Gustavo is at home with him as a full-time carer.
Toby will start primary school in September 2025. He requires speech and language therapy, but to date he has received no interventions. His assessment of need recommends a multidisciplinary approach through a special education unit in a mainstream school.
Many autistic people are victims of bullying at some stage in their life. So it's really important that every business, club, and other organisation in Howth and Sutton, and everywhere, shows that they are advocates for autistic people and won't tolerate bullying, no matter how small.
Even though there are activities for young autistic adults available, there usually are long waiting lists, and most of them are not local, and that makes it very difficult with all the other issues that are related with taking care of Alex.
Currently, none of the 3 primary schools on the Howth Sutton Peninsula provide an SEN class. This needs to change if we are to be an autism-friendly community. The nearest school that could cater for Toby is in Baldoyle, meaning that he will be separated from her siblings, who he adores.
So what we would really like is for more organisations and clubs in the community in Howth and Sutton to sign up to be champions and to promote activities for young adults like Alex. That would make a huge difference to all our lives in our community.
Our hope for Toby is that he can thrive like other children despite his differences. We welcome the efforts of the Howth Sutton autism friendly community, and we look forward to Toby growing up in a community that embraces neurodiversity.
So, I hope that you will support all the autistic people and our families in the area by signing up to become an autism champion. Thank you.